Anyways,
All right,
Pokemon
Pokemon.
came out.
Pokemon. Let's actually talk about Pokemon.
Pokemon. Okay, so the DLC just came out. You, God
Before
damn,
we get into the DLC. Do you want to talk about like our first experiences with Pokemon?
I thought I could talk about the DLC and then we can transition because I have a
All
good
right,
transition into
all right,
our experiences with
all right.
Pokemon.
Go for it. Let's do it.
So like the new DLC came out with this, and they brought back something really cool that I feel like a lot of Pokemon games don't do much anymore,
Yeah.
and that's like making you have to do shit and hunt for the legendaries. Um,
So they brought
because
back the thing that made Pokemon Pokemon.
yes, like my favorite thing about Pokemon, the early Pokemon games, is like
They
you
don't just give
Articuno
you
was
the
just in a
stuff.
cave in the middle of the ocean, out of
Yeah.
like you just have to go and find it. Same with Zapdos and Moltres is on Victory Road, but you really have to find his ass.
Well,
Like these Pokemon, you
Zapdos
have to
is just over at the electric center. You just
sure,
got to
but you got to
beat the
surf and
Elite
then you got to
Four.
go through the power plant.
Yep.
You have to go out of your way to get these legendary
Well, you
Pokemon.
also have to beat the Elite Four first, and then you have to. I
Not for
can't remember. There's
Articuno and Zapdos
only
or
for
Moltres.
Zapdos.
You,
You did.
no,
Zapdos.
you
You did.
don't. No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No,
I
you
thought
don't.
you did.
No, you just need surf.
Every time I went over there first, he wasn't fucking over there.
Dude, he's there. I promise you.
Maybe I'm just having my memory wires crossed.
Yeah, the only
Wait, are we
one
talking about the original Pokemon
like
or like?
Pokemon Yellow,
Okay, yes. I was thinking back on Leaf Green and Fire Red.
which because like in Leaf Green and Fire Red, I don't know. I don't know if they
I,
changed it in those games. But in the DLC,
I
um,
have them all.
the DLC, you go to this area, you find all the new
Hold on,
birds.
you froze.
Am I good?
You good? Okay, there it goes. So yeah, your camera was frozen for a minute on the stream and everything. What the fuck?
Okay.
Okay,
But
you're
and
moving.
then you find the birds and they scatter, and you have to go and actually look for them. They're not super hard to find, but you do have to chase them
It,
around in
that
the
does it
DLC
bring back?
regions and the base region.
So it kind of brings back the Silver and Gold version when you would go down into the Broken Temple, you would find the three dog Pokemon, and then they would scatter, and you would have to go
Yes,
fucking find them.
that's exactly what happened. Except it's less annoying, because it's in less random.
I
Like
actually liked how random it was. I
it's
really
exciting,
did.
but
I
it made
prefer it.
chasing them and catching them really hard,
I like so.
and not in a
Okay,
good way.
we're gonna get into something real quick
Okay,
about games. In all
in
games,
games.
in every, I'm talking about all games, including Pokemon, especially Pokemon, having exclusivity to something, having something exclusive, something that's hard to actually get, is beyond rewarding because it's a token of like, hey, I can do this. You didn't. You suck. I'm better than you. It's kind of it's something that video games now don't do, and it pisses me off. And that's part of the reason why it's hard for me to like dedicate time to certain games where it's just like I want something hard to find. I want something hard to earn. I want to earn it with time and dedication. Get it, it's mine, and then I can show it off. Like, hey, this like less than a percent like thing that most people don't have, I have it. That's part of the reason why WoW has lived for so long is because the mounts themselves are really hard to get. So
True. I mean,
it it
that's a
yeah,
fair point.
it's a token of like,
For
dude,
Pokemon,
I beat the biggest, baddest boss. And then it's like, hey, I found the secret big bad boss in the game somewhere. If you find it, you can show off this. And it's like, what the fuck?
I feel like the internet has
Ruined it.
because like you could just go online and like oh, here's the best strategy to do it, and so it's kind
Yeah.
of hard
Well,
to
yes and
really.
no.
So it's
Uh,
like skill based or
yeah. Which is why, like, when it comes to like League of Legends, excuse me, and fighter games, let's go off League of Legends. I know you don't play it, but something in League that pisses me the fuck off is like they do it randomly. Everything is fucking random now, and they made it impossible to even be like, hey, I got this cool skin randomly versus like, hey, I got a pentakill in every game for the last like 5 games in a row. I got this cool fucking skin or this cool fucking icon. They don't do any of that. And that's part of why COD, like Call of Duty, back in the day, like Modern Warfare 2 was so fucking successful. because they had stuff like that. Like, hey, get 40 headshots with this and you earn this. Then after you earn this, you got to use this. And then after using that, you use this. And then you can get this gold skin. Versus, hey, just play the game a lot.
So like that Christian with like every Call of Duty, that's what he does. Like
Yep.
that's why he plays those games, is like to get
Yeah.
the headshots and all the kills with this attachments, and
That's why
does
I
all that
played it
to
originally.
get the badass skins. I did it because like maintaining a good KD ratio, it was just, I liked that.
You liked
Um,
having that above
like just to
death
know that
ratio.
like, hey, I'm actually decent. I'm
Yeah.
no good at shooters anymore, but
KDA means nothing in a lot of
sure.
games, actually, to be honest. Like, it's just a way for people to measure up. And it's just like, yeah, but like, what about utility people? The people who are actually like helping the team out differently. Like the people who actually fucking pull out rocket launchers and destroy the goddamn overhead shit. Like those people I love to have on my team, because it's like, you are taking out the shit that can fucking help the enemy team.
Yeah, those guys
You're
are coming clutch for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and it made
I
me
was
upset.
never that guy, so I was always happy to have them around.
I always switched back and forth because as soon as I saw the enemy even get close to one, I would switch to a rocket launcher because I would wait, because I'd rather take that shit out to make sure it's like, ha, I ended your streak. Go fuck yourself.
Nice. Yeah, Call of Duty. I haven't played
Oh,
that. I just don't care for first person shooters anymore. Every time I pick one up, I'm just like, why the fuck? Why am I playing this? I don't enjoy them. Destiny was pretty cool. Because like it was different than your Call of Duty, and Call of Duty is just like, oh my god. The only time I enjoy Call of Duty is when I'm playing with Christian, and every time he's playing, Daniel's playing, and I like Daniel, but when playing with games with him online, he's just kind of a Debbie Downer, and I don't think that's his fault. Well, it is his fault. It's not because of him. It's because I'm there. I don't think he likes me. And I think me being there just ruins it for him.
Maybe.
But I think I think I just have that effect on people sometimes. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'm annoying.
I wasn't agreeing with it.
It seemed like you're agreeing with it a little bit.
No, I wasn't fucking agreeing with it. I was just like, I think it's just because he's a dick.
It's just I hang out with him in person once in a while, and I've never got that impression that he was like he was a dick, but he's never a dick towards me in person. I think he's really chill.
I think online gaming has given a persona to people of like a false persona, like the persona of, hey, I'm better than you, and even if they aren't better than you, they'll still act like they're better than you. And I think part of that is,
you know what,
maturity.
It's definitely because every game we play together, I'm bad at. Like if I was good at Call of Duty, he probably wouldn't mind me playing, but I'm bad at Call of Duty, so he probably it's either he doesn't like me, like, or doesn't like, I'm either bad at the game or he doesn't like playing games with me, or both. It's kind of weird because in person, totally fine.
Yeah, no, it has everything to do with online.
We had this moment even where we were working at this winery together. And
is it the one down the one that me and Christian were working at one point?
I don't know. No, I have no idea. Probably. I just worked there for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I forget which town. I forget the town. It's like Northwest Wine Company or something.
That's where I worked. Yeah, that's where I was working.
So we just finished doing something and we high-fived, and we both in that moment could tell like this was like one of the most perfect high fives either of us had ever had. And we looked at each other like, damn, that was a good high five. Wow.
Yeah, no, see, it has everything to do with an online persona that's built up around where they're at. It's the same thing that happens with people that go back to high school, or like high school reunions, or meeting someone's like, hey, I haven't seen you since high school. It's natural to retract back to the person you used to be, because that was the person they last knew you as. So a lot of people do
like
that.
Some people kind of put on a different mask.
Pokemon. Talk about Pokemon. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry for the subscribers. We had to cut a part out. Just talk about Pokemon.
One of us said the N-word.
It was him, motherfucker.
It
Don't
was
put that on
him.
me.
No, it was that guy or that guy. I don't know how you're gonna arrange this. Bam,
This motherfucker.
bam.
This motherfucker said it, not me. I'm an
um,
innocent child of God. I would never even say fuck.
yeah, you stupid cunt.
No, seriously, no. We had technical
Um,
difficulties, all right?
okay. Pokemon. So yeah, just like going around the new region, which is really cool, and actually searching and seeking out these Pokemon, some of them new and old. And it brings me back to why I love Pokemon. It's not the same because they don't make you do any like dungeon crawling for it. You
Hmm.
have to do stuff to unlock things, and you have to actually go and find those birds like you would the legendary beasts in Johto, but they don't make you do any dungeon crawling. I feel like Pokemon Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon and X and Y, like the 3D games, they don't have like anything in terms of dungeon crawling.
It's
Uh,
because they wanted a lot of the new games,
mhm.
they wanted to make them easier as well because black and white, like the original black and white were a pain in the ass. Like they were actually generally difficult. Um and then you had Diamond and Pearl could be an issue if you chose the wrong starter. Like I think it was the grass starter that gave you the hardest time because of
I'm not.
the when it comes to the newer games, they wanted it to be more child friendly. So they
They
could
did make
increase,
it easier. It's always been
yeah,
child friendly, but they just toned
child
down the difficult.
friendlier.
Yeah,
So, and a lot of like me, an original fan, I get why they did it. I don't enjoy it. Like X and Y was the last one I played. No, I played the remake of Sapphire. So going through it,
I
it
like
was
that.
really disappointing because I didn't have to really try, but they did make it also easier for competitive people to
Oh
do
my god,
EV
yeah,
and IV level, which I
yeah.
actually think
I really enjoy it because I
upgrade to the game. That's a
they
healthy,
streamlined the process so
yes.
casual players can get into the competitive scene. And it's let's talk about competitive for a little bit. And why
Oh,
I love it so much, it's
I
because
bet.
it gets me to use Pokemon I would never use in a million years. And now
I
there's
know,
so many
right?
Pokemon. I'm so open to all the Pokemon now because like, oh, I might not like this design or I think it's weird, but every Pokemon might have like the potential
Yeah.
to
No,
like
uh,
Pinkerchin. Like I don't care about like I never cared about Pinkerchin, but when I found out you could use his electric terrain in doubles with Alolan Raichu's like electric surf, um, like and use Pinkerchin to boost Raichu's speed
Rochu,
times
yeah.
two, and then
It's nuts.
use his new electric move that does double damage if you have to. It's like those two are meant for each other, but
Another thing
Pinkerchin.
to do with the Raichu that a lot of people don't do is to take double team. Because the first thing you should do is double team twice, and then you can't get hit, and then you can just double hit every time and just keep them on the
See, that's
field.
the Raichu. Raichu gets taken out so easily. So
That's why you use double team.
no, but like okay, so you say you use your double team
It goes up 70%. I
instead of
think it's 70.
sweeping because you can turn Raichu into a sweeper. And
Yes.
why waste a kill that turn for the sake of maybe potentially dodging a move next turn
So
or the turn
depend
after
the
that?
reason why to
It's too
have
much of a
double
risk.
team. Well, the reason why a lot of people have double team on them still is so that say for an instance your Pokemon gets knocked out and you pull out Raichu, it gives you that time to pull out Pinkerton too.
So
So
if maybe you could
it's
probably
a
get away with
delayed
that
tactic. It's a
if you
delayed
use
tactic.
if you play doubles and have like a follow me Pokemon, so that way they can't hit Raichu and they have to hit the follow me Pokemon, then maybe double team might be a good tactic. But
Yeah.
I just
Hold on. I'm
I
looking
don't
up.
know, man.
It's also a good tactic if you only have if you're doing single battle
Singles
too.
that makes sense.
Hold on. I'm also looking at. I'm trying to figure out how much double team raises your evasion by.
I just don't think it's ever going to be
Oh,
enough.
there's 6 stages to it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, how many
Okay,
stages?
stage 1 at 75. There we go. That's why I wanted to know. I couldn't remember the stages of it.
So it goes one stage at a time.
It has 0 to 6 stages.
Sure, but it just does one at a time.
Yeah. So
Okay. Because some
evasion
some
moves like double team, essentially decreasing accuracy of all moves coming your way. There are 6 stages. 0 is 100%. 1 is 75. 2 is 60%. 3 is 50%. 4 is 42%. 5 is 37%. And 6 is 33%.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
just knew there were 6 stages.
Well, I couldn't remember the percentage, but that's why I wanted to look it up. I couldn't remember if it was 2 times for 70% or 3 times, but I was completely wrong. It's 2 times for 50%. So it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I really, yeah, that's my favorite part about the competitive scene is
There's
being
so many
able
tactics.
that,
Another one
yeah,
is
it's just
Snorlax.
Pokemon is
Snorlax is a big
so
one.
more advanced than I thought. Um and this game has made it easier for people like me to get into it. And then
Um,
made it easier for TJ to break because he just makes broken teams.
uh,
He's
I,
like that
I
with Magic.
fucking,
He
I,
abuses the
God, you
fuck
guys
out
are
of Magic.
nuts.
Um,
There's a kid. I wish you guys could come up here. So there's a guy at AFK who plays Magic. So if you he has like 30 different decks. One of the decks he has, if you play with no banned cards, such as like no tournament rules, but it's just standard rules, he'll pull out this deck and literally every time, I'm talking about every time, you could shuffle the deck yourself. It doesn't matter. On turn 2, he will have it where he controls your hand and that you don't get a play. You literally are top decking the whole time. And then that's it. That's game over. Because he'll just be like, cool, you draw, 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 draw. And he can make you draw your entire deck. He can make you just not summon anything. He can
Mill.
make you not put
Uh,
down any mana. And then he
I
puts you in
play
this
around with
loop.
Mill. It's
Dude,
fun.
he'll put you in this loop where it's infinite within turn 2, and it's just fucking nuts. And then he has he has these play decks, as he calls them. He's like, yeah, I just have these play decks, and I looked through it and I'm like, you have a fucking Black Lotus. He was like, yeah, that's my play deck. And I was like, you have a Black Lotus in your fucking play deck.
What's
Like
set?
this
Alpha? It's not alpha,
alpha.
is it?
It's alpha.
You can't play with a blood. You can't do that.
No, that's that. Like I said,
Why?
those are play decks. Those are the decks where there's no rules besides the
But no,
basic rules.
I mean like why that
Because he has
and
multiples. Whoops, he has
Black
multiples.
Lotus, like some
Yeah,
guy sold his a
yeah,
brand like a grade
I
10
know.
Black Lotus for 80,000.
I know. He has multiple. He has multiple. He's shown us his multiples. Like this guy has so many nutty cards. It's fucking nuts. And I'll put it this way. When he was at AFK and I used to go all the time, we were playing Super Smash Brothers one day. Holy fuck. I watched him take down all 3 of us by himself. Like he will 1v4, he will 1v5. He doesn't give a fuck what game it is. He will beat you at it. It's fucking insane.
Some people are just like they just know
Dude,
how
he's
to
a
abuse the
facade.
system.
He's like a facade. Like I've played chess with him. Like we played it was an hour-long game and we're sitting there and he's like, we're like actually in this game and I fucking made one wrong move and I lost. As soon as I let go of the piece, I was like, I lost. And I got up and he's like, yep, you lost. Like like he's that fucking nuts where it's just like he'll play with you. He had 4 chess games going and he was just playing with 4 different people. Fucking no problem. Like the guy is insanely smart. Like insanely smart.
Yeah. Some people just like their brains are different. And they
Oh yeah. But he's such a nice guy and he's so fun to hang out with and talk to. And he has no problem helping people with their deck strategies too. So like when it came to Pokemon, like they had tournaments there sometimes, and then when it came to Pokemon Go, he was like, yeah, you could just do this. And he showed someone this before they patched it back when it first came out. You could trick the stop to infinitely go through. So you could just keep swiping for fucking stuff. You can just literally swipe endlessly and just keep getting Pokeballs and everything else. It was fucking stupid.